bring out onto the stage my nearest and dearest, my partner in crime, the most handsomest, best stern bush in all the land, Timothy Omundson! So exciting. That's for you.
Hey, Maggie.
Hi, Tim.
Hi, everybody.
Wait. Before we go any further, Tim, I have a question for you.
I got an answer for you.
Are you ready to panel the shit out of this?
Maggie, because you are here, I am so ready to panel the shit out of this.
Yes. I'm so happy to be here with you.
I can't believe you're here with me. We are a long way from the seawall of Vancouver, my friend.
We are a long way from the seawall of Vancouver, where it all began. And now we're here in Salt Lake City with all of you because you've been the most wonderful, loyal, the greatest fans anyone could ever ask for, ever.
Shockingly attractive people, I might say.
Yes, hi.
Hi,
Yes.
how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm in a Psych sandwich, I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's a Psych sandwich.
Yeah. Well, first off, welcome to Salt Lake. It's your very first con, so this is all downhill from here, right, guys? Because this is the best one. It's right here. We got the best fans, we got the best guests.
Truly, I don't know how
Got
it
the best hosts.
can ever be topped. Exactly. Yeah.
Olives.
Yes.
So, how has it been? Because you were here for a little bit yesterday.
I was.
Are you overwhelmed yet? Hopefully not.
No, you know, I feel like okay, when before I got here, I did have a moment of like, okay, I have no idea what to expect. What is this gonna be like? And I walked in and everybody is just so sweet. Everyone working here, all of you, meeting all of you yesterday, all of your awesome costumes, all of your kind words, all of your support and love. Like, honestly, it just feels like a giant love fest, which is what our show always feels like. So, I don't know, I immediately was at ease because I just felt like we were with our extended family here, so, yeah.
And that sweetness does rub off because I listen to The Psychologists Are In, so if you don't subscribe to it right now.
I love that podcast.
Yeah, they got some pretty good people on occasion.
We do, you know.
But how do you like the podcast world?
I mean, honestly, we get to hang out for like an hour every week talking about our most favorite thing in the whole world. Well, Psych and each other.
Tough to choose which is more favorite.
Which one?
Tough to choose.
Oh, it is tough to choose. I mean, as you guys know, if you haven't listened, for the first like 10 minutes usually of every podcast, all we do is talk about how much we love the other
Sorry,
one.
Maggie, by the way, have I asked you, have I told you how great you look today?
Oh, thank you. See? Tim, I will be giving you some of my earnings back this weekend just for saying that.
It's all gratis, my friend.
You look fantastic as well. Doesn't he look so good?
Okay, I'm buying you an extra mark.
You look so great, Tim.
Thanks, Allison.
We both wear our glasses too. I love it. Oh, all three of us.
I made sure to coordinate because I'm desperately trying to get on the podcast. But so I'm
know when that might happen.
That will have to happen.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
I live in SoCal, so we can do this. Anyways, as I try to, it's not about me. Tim, so when I told my in-laws that I was going to be here at FanX, which I am every year, I'm like, I am going to be with Maggie Lawson and Tim Omundson, and and unfortunately they don't know the names because they know the faces. So they go, who's he with? And I'm like, have you watched Psych? And they went, no. And we've all had this situation with all our families because we're nerds and we love certain things, and other people just don't know about it. And I'm like, well, he's done a bunch of stuff. Have you seen Galavant? Oh, Galavant! I love Galavant! Oh my God!
Like I said, you married into a brilliant family.
And then they said, which one is he? And I said, he is the one, and we talked about this last year, the magnificent beard. So talk about Galavant, because it was short-lived, but it had a huge impact on people.
How great was Tim and Galavant, you guys?
for that show because it's really hard to choose between. I've been so lucky in my life that I had such incredible roles to play, but between after to leave Psych and then go. I mean, you never leave Psych, but I've done Psych for 8 years and 120 episodes, and at this point 3 movies of hopefully 8. 10. But to then get to go do Galavant was just an embarrassment of riches. Here's a little secret: I had not done a musical since high school, so I got to work and just really had no idea what I was doing. And had to, in between hiatuses, I had to double down on singing lessons and really learn how to sing because I really had no idea. I had no technique whatsoever. There was a moment where I was in the recording booth with the great Alan Menken. You know, he's done some stuff. And I'm recording one of my first songs of Should Be Mine, my big song from the, I think it was the pilot. And I can't hit the top note. And I can sort of see through the recording booth glass and all the producers are kind of looking at each other. And I immediately like the flop what starts. I'm like, I'm getting fired. They're going to realize they're going to discover I'm a fraud. I'm going to get fired immediately. And Alan comes in the booth with me and he's trying to teach me how to sing. And I'm like, this is horrible. So I left the booth that day, tried not to burst into tears, and vowed that I would never let that happen again. So on hiatus, I went back and took lessons to learn how to sing. Just because I was so afraid I was going to get fired. So it was the greatest job, second to Psych, of my life. I mean, it's like riding horses through the countryside of England, Morocco. Come on. Come on, son.
I remember that process. You worked so hard. I remember being on a plane back from Vancouver as Psych was finishing up, and you were like talking. I remember saying to you, like, what would be, like, you can do whatever you want. What would be your ideal next job? And you kind of said all of those things that Galavant had before Galavant had even come along. And then that showed up, and I remember that audition process. It went on and on and on, and I remember being like, he's gonna get this. Like,
it literally took 5 months for me to finally get the job.
Yeah.
So by that time, every human being that my family and I knew I was up for this role, and I was like, this could be so embarrassing if I don't get this job. But the president of the network had a big English movie star in mind for the role, so that they kept just putting it off until they'd offered this job to like 1 movie star, but 2 movie stars. Not saying who, but they were British.
But they were Timothy Omundson.
Aww. No, they weren't. Thank goodness. So finally, one of them said, you'll have to hypnotize me to sing, because he was afraid of singing. So finally, Dan Fogelman, God bless his heart, like right from the get-go, was like, don't worry, you're my guy, you're my guy. We just gotta get the network to finally let go of this dream of these movie stars, and you can be in. And the next thing, I'm on a plane to England.
And you're still his guy.
And then in the Dan again, after, I'm so incredibly lucky. So to go from Galavant and then, Maggie, did you hear I had a stroke?
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, it was in all the papers. I'm okay though.
Oh, you're fantastic. You're better than okay. You're more than okay.
You're well above average.
Getting there.
You're the greatest warrior I know.
So to go from that little massive brain injury to then have my Psych family rally behind me like they all did, to build the movies around me, it was just, I'm still gobsmacked by it.
Well, you inspire us.
Are you ready for what is the best crowd in the history of Comic-Cons?
Oh, yes.
I'm sorry, Comic Conventions, FanX. So here we go.
Wait, what? No, wait. Can we make one thing?
Oh, you can do whatever you want.
Can we say one thing? Yeah. So, well, I'm sure we'll get other questions too. But we wanted to let you guys in on a little thing we're doing with our podcast. Thank you. Which is we are launching a Patreon where we will, because you guys have been asking for it, where the Zooms, the actual video of our podcast will finally be up. You will have ad-free versions of our podcast finally up. And
I didn't even know that part.
yeah.
But the most important part is you'll get to see this ray of sunshine every week, because that's the best part for me of the podcast, is getting to watch. Get a little FaceTime, a little Zoom time with my dearest friend Maggie.
Yeah, you psychos have been asking for it, and so we're bringing it to you in our Patreon, which is launching today, actually.
That is synchronistic. That is synchronistic.
What'd you say?
I said it's very synchronistic. That is
Yes, it is synchronistic. Sorry, I didn't hear the speakers. So it's at the Psychologists Are In Patreon, and we will also have like early merchandise drops. We will have hopefully live shows very soon for you guys. So the tickets will be available on there. And probably my most favorite part of the whole thing is that.
Are you all sitting down? All sitting down. Okay, hold on to your socks because it's going to knock them off.
Yes.
Okay, go partner.
Is that as you sign up, your name will go into a drawing, raffle, lottery, whatever you want to call it. Any more?
That's it.
Where we're going to be bringing psychos onto the podcast with us.
Wait, what?
We will have a segment for our psychos, to come on. I think we're going to do bi-weekly, where we have a segment for like 10 to 15 minutes where you get to Zoom with us, hang out with us, ask questions, and just be the amazing fans that you are. So we want to incorporate you guys into the podcast as well. Yeah.
So they can all take part in podcasting the shit out of it.
Yeah, because you're all a part of the Love Fest too. So go to our Psychologists Are In Patreon. Yeah, you'll see it. It's all on there, and it's all set up, and it's launching today. And we're very excited. We're gonna hang out with psychos on the podcast.
I say one of the best phone calls I ever got, or maybe it was actually a text, because mostly we just communicate through text, was Maggie texting me and saying, "Hey, do you want to do a Psych Rewatch podcast?" And me going, "Sure, what the heck is that?"
That was fun. I was like, well, it's just me and you. We're gonna sit down. We're gonna relive all of our favorite Psych memories and Psych episodes, and be Maggie and Tim.
The best gift you possibly ever could have given me is to get to sit back and rewatch these episodes, because I haven't seen them in 14 years. So a lot of them since they originally aired.
It's so wild, actually, going back and reliving the whole experience. It feels like it was yesterday, and you guys, honestly, you guys have kept us going. We always say we're not us without you. We get to keep making
100%.
these movies and keep Psych alive because of you. So it's so fun. It's fun for us.
Hey Maggie, speaking of movies, I got a text from Steve Franks, and he wanted me to tell you all something.
Okay.
So regarding the fourth movie, he said there's nothing quite to announce yet, other than if you want a fourth movie, y'all need to contact the Peacock people and say, give us demand Psych the movie 4.
And go on Peacock and play all the other Psych movies on continuous so they see that all the numbers go.
That's an even better idea.
Yeah, it's
So
true.
blow up
Yeah.
the Peacock's DMs.
Because I feel as long as the appetite is there, as long as you guys are there, then we'll be there. So let Peacock see that.
And that's what James Goulet said we've all said from the get-go, as long as you all want to watch, we'll keep doing it.
You are officially a podcaster now because you are pushing merch, you're promoting your podcast like a good podcaster should. So welcome to the family of podcasters.
It's so fun, honestly. It's a whole other world that we've been exploring. We had no idea what we were doing, and now we're
Zero.
fully in.
Maggie told me everything because I know nothing about it and it's like, what do I do? I'll text her before. I'm like, what do I do? First of all, what are we wearing to the podcast today?
Well, we also have Devin, and I don't know if you guys have been listening to podcasts. Devin has truly become like a psycho, and we could not be. And Cloud 10. Honestly, everybody, but Devin has been our right-hand gal from the beginning. We couldn't do anything without her. So this is a thank you to her too.
It's quite fitting that our first question is going to be from looks like a living pineapple.
Oh.
So say your name and then tell us our great question.
Hi, I'm Erica.
Hi, Erica. I love it, and you with a pineapple, and you are a pineapple. I love it.
You are delicious flavor embodied.
Yes.
Well, I heard it both ways.
Oh no, she did it.
I see what you did there.
You got that right.
Uh-oh, got a sassy pineapple here.
So my question is, between the show, Psych show, the Psych the movie, what was both of your most heartwarming, fun moment as a Psych family?
I have a couple, but it's hard to pick one because
Then you go first.
I would say, well, for Tim and I, because we're here, that clock tower scene in Mr. Yin Presents, for me, was a really powerful moment for both of us. I feel like not just because our characters took a leap there, but also because our friendship at that point had grown to such a place that it felt like that was like starting to weave into the story like really deeply as well. So I think for me, for us, and the way James shot it for us, like the time he gave us, and that he had this like dolly shot going that was just so beautiful up there, and he had the music playing, you know, that song, that Band of Horses song that plays at the end of Mystery and is so good. He would play that for us just to help us sort of get in the mood, like so magical. The whole moment was so magical, and I felt like it was really big. Obviously, our scene in Odyssey as well, because that was, I think that was Maggie and Tim more than that was Jules and Lassie.
True, but
Yeah.
Clock Tower, I mean, there was no acting
No.
needed because, like, I'm just looking at my dear friend in jeopardy and just saying the words that James wrote.
I have chills. It really.
And James had
yeah.
said, basically, he's like, I know how close you got her, so I just wrote that.
Yeah, true.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I got one of my. I got one of
Jim's got
mine.
one.
Okay.
So I echo what Maggie said, but in addition to that, the second movie, second of 10, Lassiter Come Home, there was a day when we all know about our tradition of singing Happy Birthday, right? Yell really loud if you don't know. Okay, so on our show, on our set, when we had a guest star come on that we really just connected with and loved, who was really game, when they rapped, our crew would sing them out with Happy Birthday. Even though it wasn't their birthday, it just was our way of saying we love you. And so Marco Ciccone, our dear camera operator, would hit the first note. It's like, what, crew, 300 in our crew? In our crew, like this massive crew. Like,
Huge. Yeah.
like Mormon Tabernacle choir singers. So like this beautiful, like all these harmonies kick in, and then the person we're singing to is really dazed because they're like, it's not my birthday, what the heck's going on? So we would sing them happy birthday, and then my first day of work, the day before my first day of work on the second movie, they called Allison, my wife. Hi, Allison. She's over there somewhere.
Where is she?
My beautiful wife is there. I just saw her over there a second ago. Anyway, they called my beautiful wife and said, do y'all want to come to the
Yes.
beautiful wife, it's just your birthday, everybody. So they called Allison and said, do you guys want to come out to set and sort of meet the gang before your first day? And we said, sure. So it was a bit of a drive out. And we get to set in this beautiful mansion. And I would just started walking at the time. So it was pretty shaky on my feet. As you can still see, I'm still a little slow. So I walk in this beautiful foyer of this mansion. And I look around and notice all the crew still kind of there and fanned out. And then Marco hits that note. And I think
Are you getting emotional right now?
I
I think
am.
you are.
And then I saw Carmen first. Carmen, our dear friend, is one of our boom operators, and she's crying. Allison starts crying. I start crying. Basically, everyone started crying, and I got this beautiful version of Happy Birthday, which I have this amazing video of it. It was just this incredible welcome back from my family, because still, I mean, I didn't know if I was ever going to act again after that thing I mentioned. I'll tell you about it later.
What happened?
I had a stroke
When?
5 years ago.
Oh, was that the thing that was in all the papers?
Yeah, I was thinking I was on the papers. So I mean, I had no idea if I'd ever be able to do this again. And again, so my family writes this part for me, builds it so I can still be as limited mobily as I need to be. And even though like my voice still wasn't even there yet. But so to have that group just come and wrap their arms around me. I mean, Psych in general is just a warm blanket of love. Both from my cast and crew and creators and our fans, our cycles.
I will also add in though, all of that love is just a reflection of you and who you are. So everything that we were doing was just out of our love for you that you have shown us for so long as well, and the amazing person that you are. Oh, here we go. Sorry. And the warrior that you are. We learned so much from you. And oh my gosh, we have so many more
I was here last year, as some of you may know, and when they were I said I would love to, but there's no way I'm doing this without my partner Maggie. Because I need this human ray of sunshine here with me.
Well, now I'm gonna cry.
I got an extra fresh.
People cry at Comic-Con.
Oh, yeah. I'm only here as like an emotional support animal. That's why I'm here.
Thank God.
Yeah.
We clearly need it.
Yeah. If you want, you can hold my hand, or I can just stand here and.
This one's clean for whoever needs it.
There you go. Thank you.
Got your freshie just in case. We didn't cry this much on the show.
What?
We didn't cry this much on the show.
Yeah, we did. Who are we kidding? We're a couple saps.
Well, that's why we love you guys, because you guys are right there all the time. You show how much you love each other. It's crazy. The podcast is just. I mean, you definitely can't be diabetic and listen to your podcast because it's so sweet. It is so nice. And I was going to ask you later, we'll get into but the fact that a lot of people professionally tolerate each other, and they work together for years, but to know that you guys genuinely love each other, and from what I understand, you guys, like, before COVID, you would spend Christmas Eve?
Oh, yeah. We even found a way to spend Christmas Eve. I feel like, when was the last Christmas Eve we had? Was it right before COVID?
I think it was just right. It was 2019. I think it was the last Christmas Eve.
Yeah, we spent. I mean, tradition is Christmas Eve at Tim's house. Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That's why we love the show, because we can feel it coming through the television.
And I gotta say, this cast was lightning in a bottle, and we knew it when it was happening, which is rare because a lot of times you're having an experience you don't realize how good you have it. But as Maggie always says, I think we all, in fact, not I think, I know, we all knew how great we had it while it was happening.
We didn't miss a beat.
To have 8 years and not a bad word between any of us was incredible.
And to have the guest stars that we had too. I feel like everybody, we were so present in the whole experience. We wanted to make it as every single episode, the most fun it could be. And some of the we have Psych alum here, although they're on like other major shows now, but still, like William Shatner I think is here, and Carrie Elways, and William Zabka, and
Saw Billy yesterday, and Stephen Weber yesterday as well. So like even all these years later, we're still sort of friends with all these guys.
It's 6 degrees from Psych.
It is, which you really do listen to the podcast, don't you?
Just pick me out of the crowd.
You know all the phrases. You know everything.
I love you guys. I'm trying to be as calm as I possibly can.
Are you
here.
available like in a week or two from now? Can we get you on?
Now.
You always gotta have a shield.
Is this being recorded? Where's my agent? Anyways,
We're gonna get you on. No, that's great.
I legitimately love the show, and I was super excited that I was able to help with moderate Tim last year and be here again. He lifted the restraining order just for the show, and I really appreciate it.
Just in time. Mine's just being filed.
Yeah, from what I understand, it goes back into effect at midnight. But we have a lovely person right there with a question.
Hi guys.
Hi.
She's so cute.
Okay, take a breath.
Hang on, Amanda's gonna take 5 minutes to cry, everybody. Sorry, I just made it to 10.
Think pineapple thoughts. Just take a breath.
Okay. Maggie, I have waited 6 years to ask you this question.
Wait, am I sitting down? Yes, I am. Okay, go on.
What was your favorite scene to shoot with Tim that was not the clock tower scene?
Because that's the one I always talk about, right? All right, hold on.
Think of a really obscure one.
I am. I'm just going to try to think of something really fun.
We have a very funny grease runner. At the end, we've already done that, where we talk about, are we still talking about Grease? We never weren't.
Never were.
Yeah, one of my favorite little couplets that we had.
So I feel a hug coming on.
What?
I feel a hug coming on?
Yes, I feel a hug coming on. That was another favorite. We have like little moments between us. But I have to say, I think Odyssey, and I know I already mentioned that just because that scene was so powerful between the two of us. In the end, that was probably, other than the clock tower, my favorite scene to shoot, because as with the clock tower, we were Maggie and Tim as much as we were Jules and Lassie at that point. But I'm also trying to think, wait, there's got to be one of us being badass Lassiter and badass Juliet. Does anyone Can anyone refresh our memories right now?
The recent one with the, you both wearing your aviators for the bank heist, the bank episode.
Oh, well, we love that. You know, it's funny because there's a very funny psych out from that episode, which was one of my absolute favorite to do that we did with Gary Cole.
I just think I now remember. I think, was it Welcome to the Jungle?
Which one? Well, oh, was it Welcome to the Jungle?
I feel it was something like that. I can't think
Okay,
of it.
I liked that one too. I liked every scene I got to shoot with Tim, honestly. It's very hard to pick just one.
That's the right answer.
That's the right answer. Final answer. And I even phoned a friend, so we're good.
And Tim, is there one that what's the strangest scene you've done with Maggie? The one that was like, this is kind of strange, and it's for Psych, so it's going to be really strange.
God, it's so hard to again pick just one. Strange. I mean, not really strange, just because they were all just delight.
I know one of my favorite, well, it wasn't strange, it was just awkward because it was our very first scene we ever shot together, where I came on, because I came on later, right? Like, I came on episode 2. And I remember you turning to me, I've told this story a million times, and you were like, Maggie, what are you gonna do? And I was like, I don't know, what am I gonna do? And you were like, are you gonna act the shit out of it? And I was like, oh yes, I am, I'm going to act the shit out of it.
That's how it was born. Because can you believe Maggie was not the pilot?
I mean, yeah.
Although Lucinda Barrios, played by the great Andy Dudek, was wonderful.
She was great, she was great.
They recognized their mistake and put her in the next episode.
But the fact that that's why when Max came on, we were like, oh, this is the piece of the puzzle we've been missing. Absolutely, don't shake your head. Absolutely true.
It still blows my mind. One of my favorite things in the podcast was all of us talking about our origin stories and where we were before we came to Psych, and just all the things that had to happen for that to happen. It's just crazy. It still blows my mind. Still blows my mind.
True. I mean, it's weird when you think about the sliding doors of life and how we come to shows and friendships and.
The psychologists really are in, you guys, because we're talking about the sliding doors of life. But it is true.
Yeah, I'm charging $150 an hour here.
Yeah, you are?
No, we're in. This is
what we're charging? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'll send the invoice.
But it's true. That's what we get lost in it sometimes because we feel so. Anyways, we feel so lucky.
Hopefully you got your.
Oh,
question out.
did I answer your question?
Well, no, I want to get her emotion out because she's still hyperventilating. I'm worried about her.
Are you okay?
She's such a sweetheart.
The sweetest.
Now I'm embarrassed.
Look at
I'm
her.
sorry.
She's got her shirt on.
She did a great job, though. Good job. She's gonna hug your wife, I think.
It's so fun seeing some of you.
Sir,
guys.
a very nice chapeau.
Hi.
Thanks very much. We are immensely grateful for you both to be here. I'm sure the audience can speak for that.
We are believe me, we are more grateful that you are here than you are that we are here. Because like Maggie said, it just means that the show and the love that we got to, the fact that we talk about this all the time, which is how lucky we are that we got to be part of something that still that love goes out into the world all these years later.
And it's all here in this room too.
You're all over the place. So everything we put out, seeing people like you give it back to us, which is we're grateful.
Back to question time.
He's like, I still want to ask my questions.
I have a question. Why are you talking about being emotional?
No,
Because you're awesome. Go ahead.
It is warranted. So, I asked James and Jules this when they came. Now it's your turn for each of you.
Sounds like a punishment.
If Jules and Lassie were to put an item, each of them, into a time capsule, what would it be?
Yeah.
Time capsule.
I know Tim's.
I think I know Tim's as well.
From set, from the show, yes?
Just if read anything. Anything that would either represent your character or the time you were at the show.
I mean, I'd probably put either one of my Pepto Pink shirts or
Necessity.
I was gonna say heels because that's when I finally, like in the day when, you know, you get ready, you go in, you do your like hair and makeup in the morning or whatever, you put on your wardrobe, but when I would like get into those heels, because I was so short, for me to even be in a scene with Tim sometimes and us being a 2-shot, I'd be in heels and have to stand on a box, just so I wasn't like hitting his waist. So I always felt like my character, I would say maybe that, and then
So speaking of heels, we got to shout out Maggie for being such an amazing runner in those heels. Eventually, I finally asked for just like some black tennis shoes because I got tired of trying to run in dress shoes. So, I mean, at least I even got Converse. You were still in those heels and running, and still running faster than me.
I just worried about you so much. I remember we have this funny bubble wrap runner where I just really did want to put you on bubble wrap all the time because of your
Because I'm prone to
injuries.
injury, falling and hurting myself.
It was very, very cute, but I don't recommend running in heels, but it was a very fun Juliet thing. And I had a little brass mouse on my desk that I absolutely loved that may have fallen off the truck.
That must have fallen off. If not, I'm going to track it down and make sure it fell off the truck.
It's on my desk at home still.
Well, make sure it's not in the Patreon view, so you don't want to get caught with it.
Oh yeah, oh gosh, that's
Just
so
move
true.
it just off
Just
the-
put it off to the side a little bit.
Now that you're no longer backlit, you'll be able to.
That's a great idea.
That's all I'm here for.
I'm taking notes.
Yes.
You're hired.
Tim, what would your time
It
capsule?
would be Lassiter's shoulder holster and his badge.
That's exactly.
Actually, I have my Chiefs badge.
Which badge?
The Chiefs badge.
You do? Does she know that?
No, she wasn't chief anymore.
No, it's his Chiefs badge.
Oh, your Chief's badge.
No,
Oh,
no,
sorry.
I don't
Of
have
course.
Pearson's Chiefs.
I know you were the chief too, right? Okay,
I
got
have
it.
Chief Carlton Gemini Lassiter's Chiefs badge.
Correct. Okay, it's all good.
Oh yeah.
And I have my Detective Lassiter nameplate for my desk and the Chief Lassiter. So those aren't going to the tack up, so those are just in my home, in my office.
Love it.
So next.
Hi, I'm Sydney.
Hi, Sydney.
My question is for the One King to unite them all. What was your favorite scene to play as King Richard?
That's gonna be tough.
Again, that is so tough. I would probably revolve around a song. It was probably the song "Good Night, My Friend." Because just singing that song was, I mean, it's such a beautiful song. I think that was my favorite song of all. It was a beautiful song, incredibly touching, and so that would probably be that one. Thank you for loving the Galavant.
Well, he's got yours written down, or are you going to videotape this?
I'm gonna videotape.
Okay.
Love
So
it.
try to look nice, everybody. Hold on.
Love the Goonies
Go ahead.
as well. Yeah.
Corey Feldman's here. He was on your show.
Oh, right. Corey Feldman. Wow.
My question is, Steve Frank said that the one episode he didn't get to do but would have liked to done was the time travel one.
Uh-huh.
What kind of theme show would you guys have liked to do that you didn't get to do?
Ooh, theme show.
Probably something to do with like dancing or like, I don't know. What would be a theme? We did everything.
I was gonna say it's so tough because we've done everything. Like at one point, Steve, I think season 3 was like, "Hey, what else you want to do?" And I couldn't. Like, you've already put me on a horse. You've already given me a sword.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of anything.
No, I joined a sorority. I was a roller derby girl.
Yeah, you were.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
thinking claymation.
Oh, that would be cool. Maybe something with like half animation or half claymation or some kind of weird alternative universe of some kind.
I was thinking something in space, but I mean, we originally was thinking James Bond. We did Spy vs. Spy.
Yeah, we did some space. I mean, we had, well, like the planetarium we did, and then, but like a space camp would have been
Yeah, but
funny.
like all of us in space. Just so we could write on the
Comment, comment?
yes, the bomb comment, so we could all go
All go up in space?
yeah. Or
That's
not-
it, space. Final answer. I love that. I love that. Because now we can, you can go up and do the little loops.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
The bomb comment.
Yeah.
And Shatner, you know him.
Oh, really?
He went up in space. So maybe
He
you
did?
maybe you can get him and Jeff
Let's
Bezos.
go find
to do it.
Shatner and just go up to space with him.
Okay.
I don't know if you want go with him, but you could go up.
No, I'm gonna go with Tim.
Yeah, go with Tim.
Yeah, but he'll get us in. He'll get us in with the people who do that.
We gotta talk to Bill.
Yeah, we'll talk to Bill.
Next.
Hi, my name is Emma.
Hi, Emma.
My question for you is if Jules and Lassiter weren't detectives and they were criminals instead, what crimes would they commit?
Definitely crimes of fashion.
Those crimes of fashion, right?
Crimes of fashion.
Yes, not fashion.
You would.
Yeah.
There we go.
Nice that you got the reference. But
See,
I really would commit crimes of fashion, I think.
I'm so method I can't even, I've never even thought outside that box of blasters. Let's see, something with international gun smuggling.
Yeah.
Because we know Lassiter loves his firearms.
I love that he was like, I've never really thought about it, but here.
And I'd have a monkey. Whose name would be Sebastian. And I never thought about it.
He's got a patch and he has a parrot and he tells her, he says,
Except he drinks too much.
yeah, see?
Okay. Yes.
Next.
Hi, my name is Blake. My question would be, how quickly would you say it turned from your character just being Carlton Lassiter or Jules to actually being your real selves?
Well, I'm not sure that's 100% true because they are still actors, right? Acting!
We're still acting, but I kind of see what I think you're saying, which is like the writers paid attention to all of us, our friendships, our kind of, our mannerisms, things we wanted to do. They would listen to like stories, like if we went to them and we're like, hey, I want to do an episode that's like this, they'd try to weave it in. And I would say after a couple seasons, that's when they were really, really figuring out like our dynamics, our friendship, our love, like who we are. So that started to weave in. I would like to think we still know how to act a little, but I do know that by the end, I think there was a lot of Maggie and Tim and Lassie and Jules. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But then all great writers will sort of hang out with their cast and listen to them while you're having drinks and get them all there, have their guard down, and then go, oh, that's what they're afraid of. I'll write that.
And that too. They would also write to one thing in particular. Actually, I think it may have helped my fear of heights. Speaking of the clock tower, is I remember reading that script and James co-wrote it, and I remember looking at him and being like, did I upset you or?
We're friends. This is still why you were dating,
Why
right?
do you what?
This is still why you were dating, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was like, he is mad because
Some awkward conversations at home.
I was like, and I remember being like, so when it says like strapped to a chair, however many stories up on a clock tower, what does it mean? Oh, strapped to a chair.
At the top of the highest building.
And it was me. There were a couple of things that thank God for her, my stunt double did, but to get those like shots, and I understood what he was saying, like, because James really wanted the clock tower. There's like one shot where like the hand kind of ticks and it catches. All that was real. And they were like, don't worry, there'll be a map below. And I was like...
Yeah, no, literally the map was like from the stage to the floor.
and there was, and it wasn't at the street level, but it was still, I was like, that's 2 stories down. It may as well not be there.
And you can easily bounce off of it.
And not only that, I couldn't help myself if it fell because my hands were tied, literally. So that was one of the scariest things I've done, speaking of like writing to like a weakness, but also it kind of helped conquer a fear at the same time. So maybe in a weird way, he was just trying to say like, I know how strong you are versus I'm going to try to scare you. But
That's nice you frame it
That's
that
the
way.
positive sunshine attitude.
I'm
Not sure I would frame it that way, but that's nice.
I know, I'm trying. But I did say to him, I was like, so I think what did I do? What did I do to deserve this? And then now, of course, it's like one of my favorite episodes.
Hey, what did your best friend have waiting for you after that scene?
Had it what? Oh, my martini? My vodka?
Yes.
Tim was ready and waiting. We always were with whatever our, we'll just say, need at the time may have been, but it was whiskey for you and a martini for me, I know. And even Kirsten was like, everyone knew when that scene was being shot that they were, they should be waiting with treats. We'll just say treats.
Treats, yeah, a reward.
Yes.
It was a reward.
It was a reward, yes.
Doing a job well done.
Yes, yeah, it took me a while to come down from that for sure. Literally. Anyway.
Good morning, I'm Devin.
Hi.
My question is more about the writing. So throughout the series, Sean has a bunch of nicknames for Gus. Were they actually written or were they improv?
Nicknames, because you have a lot of nicknames. Lassie's got nicknames for days, and Gus does.
I think a lot of the Gus nicknames were written, and then I also think that there was a bit of a like a list, and I know James would always weigh in, and Dulé could weigh in, but I know that the writers, I think that was probably one of their most fun things to do, would be try to figure out what the next one was going to be.
Yeah, I think James had sort of a running list waiting just for the episodes that went in.
Yeah, James was always there for like the punch up. Yeah.
Did you have a favorite for Lassie?
Lassiter, I think, is probably my favorite.
Lassiter is so good. It's so good. I don't think I really have one other than Jules. I just became Jules very early on.
They had a lot of respect for you.
Maybe. Maybe.
I wanted Lassiter Flamingo I was hoping that would come to.
I forgot that one.
Hi.
Hey, I'm Emery, by the way. My question is, what is another show you would like to be on?
So what show would you like to be on?
Oh my goodness.
If you had any choice in the world,
what are some fun shows right now?
American Gigolo.
Thank you for that. I would have wanted to be on Mad Men.
Oh, totally.
You would have been perfect on that.
Which, at the time, in season 2, we were living at this rental house in Vancouver. Our next door neighbors were actually writers, went up to go on to Mad Men. And so like, hey, guys. And I maybe dropped a hint. Well, we're all at the pool one day with the kids, down at the kids' pool with the kids. And I might have dropped a hint at how much I love Mad Men. And Andre says like, oh, you'd be perfect on that show. Like, make it happen. That's one of the shows I don't think I ever even got an audition for.
You would have been so good on Mad Men. You kind of embody Mad Men in a lot of ways. Like your wardrobe.
In both
and,
ways.
The way you.
This is why we're friends.
Yeah, you have like a, huh?
So this is why we're friends, because you
It's true though.
you feed all my ego set in you.
And yourself, Meg?
I was sitting here thinking, and I went to something really silly because I know the dragons aren't real in Game of Thrones, but I went to Game of Thrones because I love the dragons, and I'd love to ride a dragon. Is that crazy? Okay, thank you. Okay, all right.
Too bad they canceled the Glow on Netflix.
I know. Oh, Glow. Yes, that is a show I loved. I did actually audition for Glow, so thanks for bringing it up.
Well, that's and that's our panel for today. I'm gonna awkwardly leave stage.
Remember that thing I said about the podcast?
Yeah, I know. That's the story of my life. I was doing really well to the last second. But speaking of last second, unfortunately, we have run out of time. But
we talked so much.
No, that's why they came. They wanted to hear you guys.
All right, okay.
Can
we do one more? Because she's standing right here.
We're gonna do one more.
Okay.
Because she's standing there looking sweet and cute.
I know.
My question is, what was your least favorite episode to film?
Which was your least
favorite?
Least favorite.
3 doesn't exist.
Doesn't. Oh, see.
I was trying to think if there was like a.
But like if you had to.
Episode 1.
For me, it was the pilot.
Yeah.
Well done.
Funny, it's mine too.
Yeah. That's right.
Well,
there you go.
Make sure that we have a chance to go down to see them, get their autographs, take pictures with them.
Come visit.
These guys are amazing, and remember, this is Maggie's first con.
Yes.
So let's give her a huge FanX thank you. Please give me a huge round of applause.
Please give a round of applause for Timothy and Maggie! One more time, guys. Can you please give a huge round of applause for them?
Thank you all so much. Honestly, the best fans in the whole wide world. But come in for a hug. We're gonna hug. This guy right here. We love you all so much, honestly. I mean, you know how much we love you. We talk about it. Okay, we'll go. We'll go.
You're doing great. Seriously, guys, thank you so much. One more time.
See
Just
you
give a
guys
round